Hello everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Now Plays. I'm still playing F-Zero GX, and I'll be presenting the Sapphire Cup today. As you can see, the video quality is much better this time, and that's because I figured out how to tweak the graphics settings in Dolphin, the GameCube emulator, to make it possible for me to play the game and record it without significant slowdown. Now, in my previous video I mentioned that besides the technical difficulties I was having, I was also finding it challenging to adapt to using an Xbox-style controller to play the game. I figured I would perform better on the original hardware with the original GameCube controller. Well, about that, it turns out that I was having quite a bit of trouble even with the GameCube controller when I was playing the Sapphire Cup. So I decided that if I'm going to be spending a lot of time practicing, I might as well practice on the PC. Because if I'm going to be having trouble, I'm going to be having trouble. Come on. What? No. Come on. Damn it. Oh, come on. Come on. Aw, man. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. Damn it. Damn it. Ah, damn it. Oh, damn it. And that's why I figured I might as well make the switch to the emulator. And I'm really glad I did, because the game looks absolutely incredible with the upscaled graphics, and I feel like I can finally do it justice and present the game in a way that makes it look so good. So I hope I can manage a good run in this Grand Prix to match the improved visuals. So here we go! Damn Japanese football. I always thought it kind of sounded like that. Alright, Fire Stingray, Sapphire Cup. So I've been practicing a lot, and I hope it works out. Last time I actually forgot to select this custom song, or this cover version of Mute City, so this time I actually remembered to select the cover version of the Big Blue theme, because the default Big Blue theme in this game is not that memorable, and I kind of I always liked, as I mentioned in my original F-Zero video, I always liked the Big Blue song. So this is a cover version of it. Big Blue is one of those stages where I had a lot of trouble, and I practiced a lot, so I'm gonna try to do well this time. Nice. Okay. Whoa! Holy crap! What was that? Alright. This is that portion where I was always having trouble. That little tunnel there, and that little twisty turn. Nice! I've got 3 skulls already, so that's one thing that I've been practicing. Holy shit! Ah, nice. There's that turn again. So what I figured out is, in this game, I basically don't step off the gas. In the original F-Zero, you have to decrease your speed in certain sections. So I would step off the gas. And I got kind of out of that habit in F-Zero GX, but for that little portion there in the tunnel, nice, 6th place. That's actually a lot better than I usually do. And I got 5 attacks in. So that's one thing that I've been practicing, that and that curve. And it turns out basically I have to step off the gas for a little bit in that curve, and that's unusual for F-Zero GX, because technically you can get through most of these stages by using the triggers to do the curves. Not necessarily in that one, at least not using the Fire Stingray. So yeah, I got an extra life, did pretty well with 6th place on Big Blue. And then coming up, Port Town and the next 3 stages, basically, the next 3 courses are usually the ones that I do very well on. This should be enough to secure me first place overall before we even get to Mute City in the end. Nice. So I've been... You're gone. You're gone. I've been practicing in the story mode. There's a chapter in story mode where you have to essentially knock out Michael Chain's gang, and nice. I've been using that to practice the side swipe attack, and it's really paid off. I mean, nice. I don't know if you noticed that the sound. Oh, that's six attacks already here. Sorry, I'm getting really excited because you can see the smoking remains of the cars that I've knocked out, the vehicles that I've already knocked out. So yeah, I've been practicing on that story mode stage, and I think it's really paid off. I mean, as you can see, I've got 6 attacks already. In the previous video on Ruby Cup, I mentioned that was not really one of my strong suits. So I think I've really improved in that regard. And the reason I think I really needed that is that in Mute City for me is one of those tracks where I just fly off course constantly, and I need more than one attempt typically. There's that smoking wreck again. This is looking good. But yeah, there are 2 Port Town stages, and then there's a Green Plant stage in between. And I typically do well on those 3, like I mentioned. It seems like they're made for cars with high top speed, such as the Fire Stingray. That's, you know, because I think you can pretty much power through without really stepping off the gas or having to really, if you unless you really hit the walls or something, and that you cause something, your top speed to go down in some place, unless you make some kind of fatal error, it's actually impossible to do poorly with a fast car. There are sections of this stage though where it's pretty easy to fly off course if you're not being careful. I mean, if you're trying to attack too much. Oof, that wasn't good. Yeah, see, I was trying to be fancy and do some more attacks. Like, I'm getting too cocky now. There's my rival. Trying to knock him out. Yes! Yes! It's always so satisfying when you can knock out the rival. And energy strip. Okay. Catch up here a little bit. Don't have a lot of energy left. Ooh. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. I mean, if you have a car with a high top speed, this is the stage for that kind of thing. You just speed through, you just kind of boost through. I'm being a little conservative on the attacks in this one because I think three extra machines, 3 extra lives is probably enough. I don't need any more. Alright. Nice time too. That's the point. Okay. About 70 points ahead. 60 some points ahead. Port Town. Oh yeah, this is a fun stage. I you know, since I first started playing this game, this is one of my favorite stages. I just like that concept of being in that pipe. And like I said, having a car with a high top speed is really useful on this track. It does help to kind of memorize where the acceleration platforms are, especially for the first lap where you don't have a boost. Oof. Kind of knocked around. I go for the attack again. Didn't quite work. Yeah, generally once I get into first place, it becomes a little easier. Oh, I think he got knocked out. But yeah, once you're in first place, it becomes a little easier to maintain it because there aren't any opponents to kind of knock you around, and it's easier to concentrate on hitting the acceleration platforms. So at that point it just kind of becomes a game of getting an optimal run. I think that was one of the best laps I've done on this stage in a long time. I think I like hit pretty much all of the platforms. Maybe not all, but most of them. This part can be kind of tricky with the poles in the way, as long as you don't hit any of these. I think I'm good. Must be like 2 or 3 seconds ahead of second place. Yeah, I think this is one of my favorite stages, specifically because I usually do well on it. Yeah, I was like 3 seconds ahead of second place. And yeah, I'm pretty much in the clear now. Before we get to Mute City, and I'm gonna do the custom song now. Yeah, let's play it safe. Put it down a little bit because I don't need to be on my top speed. As long as I finish within the top 20, I think I should get first place here. But yeah, there's just so many places on this track where you can fall off. I mean, in theory, it's not that hard, but you know, with all these jumps, and especially with these kind of cars, yeah, bumping back and forth, it can be hard to stay on the course. That's one of the places I often fall off. This is another one coming off that platform. Oh wow, 5th place. It's not bad. Yeah, okay, I was getting cocky, trying to attack. Now everybody's passing me. It's okay. I can be conservative on this. Fell off. Right, the slippery portion of that, yeah, that can be kind of tricky and throw me off. Alright, 25th. From 5th to 25th. Let's see if I can do a little bit better. Oof. Avoid that jump. Okay, upper platform, that's nice. Ooh, I passed a bunch of... Oh, yeah. Here we go. Oh. 16th? Okay. Oh well, it should be enough. At least at least I managed to finish in one piece. Oh yeah, way ahead of 2nd place. Well, in the end, I think it looked easier than it actually was. As you saw from that little blooper reel from the outtakes I posted at the beginning of this video, I tried over and over again, and I think a lot of times when I failed pretty much right on the first stage, Big Blue, because it took me a while to really get that course down and figure out how to get through that one portion in that tunnel without getting knocked around by the other cars. And I think once I got the hang of that, the rest of it wasn't really all that challenging. Plus I think practicing the attacks helped me kind of get a better sense of control of the vehicle. And also I think in my Ruby Cup video I mentioned that playing with a USB controller on my PC, the muscle memory. I was saying the muscle memory wasn't there and all that. But I think one advantage that controller has is a different sensitivity for the analog stick. The analog stick is somehow less sensitive than the stick on the GameCube controller, and I think it allows me for more subtle motions on the course. Alright, let's see.
F-Zero TV, who has brought you heated race after heated race, will now present an interview with the champion. Okay then, I'd like to ask you something.
What are we gonna ask him this time? Let's do lead toast this week.
We hear you like to drink.
Yeah, drink a toast to my success. And to the look on Falcon's face right now.
And to clipping.
Thank you for the interview. And that's all
the
for
straps of the helmet clipping
F-Zero
through my
TV.
through my
That's
vest.
it, everyone. We'll see you at the next Grand Prix. F-Zero TV.
See you, Space Cowboy. As I was saying, it turns out the controller on my PC has a slightly less sensitive analog stick. So especially when I'm trying to attack the other vehicles, I think on the GameCube, I ended up losing control that way because as I swipe to the left or swipe to the right with the machine kind of ends up snaking more than I really wanted it to. And I think there are some instances in this especially in Big Blue, as you could see, I think that first attack, you could even barely see the machine moving to the left or to whatever side I was on. I think I was to the right of the other machine. So like as I was attacking it, there was maybe a slight motion to the left on my part, but the card didn't move at all. I mean, not at all, but almost at all. So I didn't actually like lose a lot of control by attacking that other vehicle. So I think maybe that's one of the advantages to playing on the emulator. You know, getting to have a controller that's that behaves slightly differently from the GameCube controller. I don't know. I didn't realize all these years maybe that what was making it difficult for me was the controller itself rather than the game. Although the game still is really fast and you don't have a lot of time to make decisions, you know, especially when you're boosting through the entire stage. So there is still that difficulty there, and I don't mean to downplay that, but I think the controller and how and maybe even the way you set up the controller does make a difference. I don't know. Maybe that's not quite fair. in the end, maybe it's not really fair to play the game with settings, I guess, that you can modify that you wouldn't be able to modify on the GameCube. In any case, I after a bunch of practice, I still had to practice to actually be able to do this. So it's not like I just kind of picked it up and was able to do it. It took some practice, but this must have been one of the best runs I've had of Sapphire Cup since I've played F-Zero, and I'm glad I was able to record it. And thank you for joining me again. I'll see you when we get to Emerald Cup. Have a good one.